A very good morning to all of you. Special thanks to Bala and the team, the senior team who knows me well, in terms of giving me this privilege to come and talk to you. It's really a privilege for me to see you all today, and a great pleasure. I look back with a lot of satisfaction and pride in terms of the number of years I have been associated with Congruent in some way or the other. And I thank God actually for actually getting out of the way for Bala to drive this. And I also thank God for giving me an objective view of supporting Congruent in whichever way that time and again which Bala keeps asking me. So I look back actually with great pride. I think this is a very important pregnant moment for Congruent. Actually, we internally, as one of the people who've been associated with Congruent for such a long time, it's almost like we've been in a kind of a creative tension for the last few years, when we were maturing our core series of products. I know the senior members will be with me to say how much of tension associated with the growth that we have gone through, a lot of hard work that has gone in, etc. So this is a time where actually we deserve to get what we got today, in terms of a breakthrough in the product, a breakthrough in the services game through the product, and so on. And this is also a time when we have to carry the pregnancy properly. I think there is tremendous opportunity for this company to scale heights which other companies don't even have an opportunity. I really see with great expectation and a lot of, I would say, pleasant thoughts about where Congruent can be. I see that it's going to be one of the finest product companies in a very few years. But all that is in our hands actually, because one of the things that I've been reflecting on, something which I thought, all of us actually, isn't this a pregnant moment for the country? We had Narendra Modi coming, to drive the government, the kind of freshness he brought to governance in terms of the Indian scenario in every which way. And I think he connects with the people. So when we think about this, all of us actually, let's say that when we talk about, how many of us feel naturally something about singing the national anthem? Please raise your hand. Right? Almost everyone. Right? So we don't know, for instance, if there is a person in Punjab, Patiala. How many of you have been to Patiala? Right? Very few. How many of you have been to Agartala? One person. How many of you have been to, let's say, Timbuktu? Right? It really doesn't matter. Wherever they are, we all connect to the idea of India as a country, correct? Our nation. We feel in our heart. We wear it in our heart in terms of where we want to take, how do we want to participate. It really doesn't matter if it's VC or Mohan or Bala or Hari or whoever that is. I think we dissolve our individualities and have a pride and have a sense of belonging to the idea of the nation. I want you to relate and be in touch within yourself the same way when you relate to this company. Because Congruent is today like a nationhood idea. You don't feel that you are one person performing against another person and so on and so forth. That's always there. But somewhere, this is a pregnant moment where we all have to take pride in the fact that Congruent will be it's our own. Each one of us is a part, an indivisible part of Congruent. Congruent is not Bala, Congruent is not VC, Congruent is not the board of directors, Congruent is not the shareholders. Congruent is less, even if any one of you is missing out of the scene. So, as long as you're connected, I want you to carry this feeling saying that I make Congruent to what Congruent is as a full organization and an entity. I think that is something which I want to leave with you as a message, because this is the time we need to really sink our differences and put our mind together. With success, with wins, comes great responsibility. Because with so much hard work in the market, we now have a couple of things with which we can actually catapult and leverage ourselves. Which means that we need to have great execution. Which means real recognition of where we have gaps. Real recognition of how we can address them. A fighting spirit to say, we have to do everything we can to actually show that the people who took the plunge with us, whether our customers, whichever they are, including the large core deal that we are talking about, especially that one, to say that we have now a company which can really catapult ourselves to something as a significant success in the Indian IT scenario. I truly believe Congruent will be a star in the Indian IT scenario if we can actually execute it well. We have everything in place. Do you all believe in that? How many of you? Say it loudly, please.
Yes.
Yes. So this is exactly what I want you to wear, take pride. And I can tell you that from not just Bala and his top team alone, and within this, there are enough people to support you from outside. Enough people who are really deeply interested, without any strings attached, to see that Congruent is going to be a successful thing, because it is an idea whose time has come. Congruent as some real pole star in the IT segment is an idea whose time has come. I want you to believe in it. All the best for each one of you.